Hey, my name's Andrew. Here we are at the Shade Tree. For those that watch my videos, they know that I'm working on this Olds 442 behind me. I haven't done a really good in-depth explanation of the engine we're putting into this thing, so I figured I would talk about specs, where we source parts, things like that, just to give other people an idea that might be working on a vehicle similar to us. This is a 403. It's out of a 79 Trans Am. Basically bone stock. What we've done with it is we put a W30 cam out of a late 60s 455 car of a 442 just to give it a little more aggressiveness, but really this is going to be a very streetable daily car. It's going to have plenty of torque, it's going to have plenty of horsepower. It won't be a drag racer, but I don't think that's what the customer's necessarily looking for. This thing's going to throw them in the seat and they're going to love it. What we got is we have an Edelbrock aluminum intake. It's the lowest rising one I could get. I did that on purpose. We wanted to keep the stock hood, and if we went up any higher with the carb package we put on it and wanting to retain the stock air cleaner, we were going to run into hood issues. We would have to put a cowl hood on it, and we didn't want to get into that. Put a nice high-flowing aluminum intake or aluminum water pump on it. We retain the stock bracketing system, stock power supply. This is a stock but brand new alternator. As for the distributor, it's an HEI mechanical and vacuum advanced GN distributor. We're moving away from the computer that comes in the systems or in the car stock. We're going to delete that. We have a Street Demon carb on it. Let me pull this up real quick and show you. That is what we're going to run with the adapter kit for the transmission and throttle cable for GM, so we can retain that. More on the transmission in another video, so stay tuned on that. We're going to retain cruise. I think I should be able to use the unused third transmission connector here for the vacuum solenoid for the cruise. Just very standard PVC setup. I got this billet deal here, and then it'll go in the back, and then the brake booster is actually going to go straight from the carb as well. And then we will use one of the ports on the intake to handle the HVAC vacuum settings. So that's kind of where we're at with this engine. I'll shoot a little video real quick to add on to this video. So just explaining where we're at with the car. We do have a little bit to go. I'm working on the interior right now, and I'm working on pulling the engine in the old trans. So I'll go ahead and pause this and we'll take a look at that. Alrighty, we're back on the engine because I reviewed what I shot and I was blocked. So we're just going to look here real quick. Here's what I was talking about with cruise. It should be able to go into this third hole here allocated for different types of transmissions that Street Demons could go on. The other thing I wanted to mention on it, as I forgot, is that it is going to have a 2.5 dual exhaust all the way out the back, clean, with just a couple of Flow FX mufflers. Nothing too fancy, but it should be rumbly and nice. We did go with Thornton manifolds just for packaging purposes. With the power level that this engine's making and with the free-flowing exhaust, headers are not going to make a difference, whether they're shorty or full long tubes. So we went ahead and decided to just run these Thorley? Trying to remember, let me look over here. I can never remember. Thornton. They have a special aftermarket cast of the Oldsmobile manifolds that delete the crossover pipe. That would usually go in here, and that's actually just cast blocked. And then you get true duals. So just cleaner packaging, easier to deal with than the G-bodies. I'm tripping over a bunch of stuff, about to fall over. So here's where we're at with the car. We're slowly removing things. I do have whole brand new ball joints and everything for up front, new suspension, a lot of new bushings and things of that nature. I'm just buttoning up and cutting everything out of the engine to get it out of my way. I've pulled everything off of it that I'm going to reuse. And right now we're underneath disconnecting the trans. I'll go around to the other side here, take a look at the interior. getting a good look at my shop today and how much of a mess it is. Whew, we just got stuff everywhere. Here's the headliner that's gonna go in. I've just finished bonding it and now I'm just letting it dry. Brand new piece of ABS. The original was just completely shot. So here's the interior. We do have a dash kit we're going to put in. You know, love or hate dash kits, they do a really good job of cleaning up these older vehicles. It's getting harder and harder to go through the junkyard and try to find original dashes, and if you've ever had to pull and replace one, let me tell you, you'll love dash kits. I can just tell you that as someone who's put dashes in these old cars, dash kits are the way to go. So there's a lot of internet warriors out there that want originality and stuff, but a lot of them I don't think have ever messed with pulling a dash in one of these old cars. We've rebuilt the sunroof. We've replaced the fabric on the slider for the sunroof. And for rebuilding, like, we went through it, completely re-greased it, resealed it, all that good stuff, and we've got it dropped back in and ready to go. It's gonna go with the factory stereo. We're gonna put that back in there, and we're gonna reuse the factory AC system. Seems to be functional. It was very low on pressure when I got it. We're just gonna go through it and O-ring it, maybe put a new screen in it and charge it and put it back in. I think it should work just fine. You know, the nice thing is the first G-body I've worked on, and I can tell you, I love the fact that two guys in 2 hours can pull this front clip completely off and get it out of the shop, and they just make these things a joy to work on. Wish more cars were like that. Just that really tickled me when we were able to get that completely out of the way and be able to work on this thing quickly. So that's an update on the olds. You know, I don't really know when it's going to be done. We're hoping in the next month or two, weather and everything stays on our side. The hard part about working on this car is that I do have this little shop. It's all that fits in there, so I have to kind of choreograph everything in and out so that we get good time where the car is not out in the weather too long while we are working on other projects and in between. So anyways, any questions, let me know. Anything on parts that I may have forgot of while I'm talking will probably go down in the comment section below, so be sure the video description, excuse me. So be sure to check the video description if there's a part or piece or something that you're looking for. Feel free to hit me up with any questions on this build or any ideas or something I'm doing that you think I could do better, because I don't have an ego here when it's not my vehicle. I just want to do it right. So, like I said, please like and subscribe and share if you like it. Tell your friends. Like to do more of these. So, anyway, have a good day.